Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Melissa, and in today's video I'm going to share these vintage items with you. So I'm going to start off by giving you just a little bit of history about the company that made these items while I clean them. So the company name was Universal Statuary, and it was a company that was based in Chicago that produced figurines and statues, mostly during the mid-1900s. They made everything from small chalkware pieces to large decorative statues, and you usually could find a number stamped on the bottom, which was their way of being able to catalog each design. And I know a lot today when you see a number on something that shows you like how many was produced, but in this case it was a catalog number. One of the things that makes these pieces interesting is their collectability. Value can range a lot depending on the size, condition, the rarity. Smaller figurines like these might be worth anywhere from about $20 to $50, while there's bigger statues out there that are complete sets sometimes, and they can go for much more. But of course, you have to take into consideration if it's got chips or cracks or if it needs repainting. That will affect the price. But I know for many collectors, the charm is in the history and not so much the condition. Now, my figurines are not in perfect condition. I gave them a good looking over as I was cleaning them here. I did not find any chipped areas. The thing that I found with these was the paint is starting to wear off in certain areas. So let me tell you how I ended up with these. I did not find these at a vintage store. These actually hold a special place in my heart. These were my grandmother's, and when she passed on, I was able to take these, and they have a special, like both of these have a special memory and a special place in my heart, because when I was a little girl and I used to go to my grandmother's house, I would get these and I would play with them, and my grandmother would never say a word to me. She would let me just play to my heart's desire and never say anything. And I remember her having these decorated, and she would have them in different places in her home. And so it really doesn't matter how much these will be, like where you can find them and how much they're valued at. I could never get rid of them because of the memories. So the lady statue here, well, both of them, probably made with chalkware. The chalkware was heavier, which this is, and but these are a bit more durable than the resin things that they used to make. But this is a hand-painted rustic girl figure with a basket, and she's a barefoot young woman in a red and white blouse, a green skirt, braided hair. She holds a piece of fruit in one hand, has a woven basket at her side. This particular figurine was like a rural life / harvest, a very common theme for Universal Statuary figurines. They often made sets, as you can see, because there's a boy that's included. She's standing on a rock-style pedestal, which is another Universal trademark. So the boy is barefoot, sitting on a rock-style pedestal, same as the girl, wearing a brimmed hat, an open white shirt, and a green vest. He's holding a small bunch of flowers in one hand, got that large empty basket beside of him. Now remember the numbers I was talking about on the back? The number on him is 823, and the number on the back of the girl was 821, which is just their catalog number. Both of these figurines display like a harvest and a rural life, which is traditional for old world countryside look back then. After doing my research, it was likely that both of these was made between 1955 and 1975, which was the peak period when Universal produced chalkware figurines in this style. And I did do my research on how much they would be valued at today. So if you have one of them and it's in good condition, which mine are, it said one figurine would be anywhere from $40 to $100. But if you got the two of them together and in good condition, it said it could be anywhere from $1 to $200, but if both of them are in good shape, it would be about $200 or more in value. But again, mine are special to me, and there's no amount of money that I would take for them. So I'm going to start using these just in my everyday decor and changing them seasonally. And you can see here that I start with just some little bow fillers that I actually picked up from the Dollar Tree. It was some pumpkins and some acorns, and I'm just playing around here to see what looks best. So I finally got it down to 2 different styles here. Tell me which one you like best, the basket full of acorns or the basket with acorns and pumpkins. I liked both, but I think that I liked the acorns and pumpkins just a little bit better, so I'm going to change them both out to that. Tell me in the comments below, what kind of vintage pieces do you have, and have you ever heard of the Universal Statuary Company before? So I'm going to go ahead and rework my entryway table here in my foyer with my fall decor. I'm going to move some things around. I may not keep my boy and girl here on this table, but that's where I'm going to place them for now. When I was doing my research on these two figurines, it said that most households use them when they used them for home decor. They use them in their dining room or their kitchen, which may be where mine end up going as well. I decided to give one of them a little extra height, so I went and got an extra riser that I had purchased from Hobby Lobby and put it under the girl. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and show you a close-up of the boy and girl here on my entrance table. So that's my look at these 2 Universal Statuary figurines, such beautiful pieces from mid-century history. I'm so glad that I got to share them with you today. And if you've enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and consider subscribing. Share my videos with your friends that you know that will enjoy this type of content. And as always, God's dreams for us are bigger than we can imagine. Thank you for watching, and God bless.